Hey guys, welcome to this week's Intuitive Tuesday. I wanted to go over something that is kind of personally going on in my life, and I know you're going to be able to relate to it. It is, I'll just title it, Why Shitty Things Happen, okay? And I'm going to go over why they might be happening and what you can do about it, okay? Coming from a intuitive, spiritual perspective. So first I want to explain everything happens for a reason, okay? Whether you understand what the reason is or not, or regardless of if it's a painful or a happy situation. Now, we all love those happy things that happen, okay? But the way life works is sometimes I'll just call it negative things happen, okay? And they are just as much a blessing as, yes, the shit is just as much a blessing as the happy positive. Let me explain here. When you are working with your intuition and using your intuition, okay, even if you're not, okay, even if you could care, I don't even know why you'd be watching this video, but even if you can care less about developing your intuition and how it works, your gut instincts, it's easy to picture yourself in a certain shitty situation, okay? Something that upset you, altered you, you didn't like, made you feel uncomfortable. That's what I mean by a shitty situation. Now, think of the past. Something that happened in the past that was a horrible situation for you. Now, when you're working with your intuition and the spiritual aspect of things, you're meant to look forward, okay? When you're going about things in the worldly perspective, you're looking back. Everything is based on looking back and what happened back then. And it's easy to take a situation and look back on it however much, here's the situation and here's the now, okay? Which would be like, not the future, but you get what I'm saying here. You're going back in history, your history, and taking a shitty situation, and you could look at it differently now versus how it was going on then. This is now, this is then, okay? So here you are now, you've risen above things and all things have happened in between, and you could look down on what happened here then and have a completely different perspective as to what was going on, why it happened, how it changed your life, and I want to say bettered your life, okay? How it helped you develop and evolve. Coming from a spiritual, intuitive aspect, we're dealing, I'll put my hand right here, okay, because this is the past, this is the, I got three different things going on here. Past, present, future. Okay, so right here, right now is what's going on, okay? And if there's something shitty going on in your life that is mentally messing you up, and you're either in pain, or you're confused, or you're forced to deal with something you don't know how to deal with, you're totally in the worldly mental aspect, okay? Something's going on and you have no idea why. You can't figure this out. Why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? The reason is, it is something you need to go through. Look at it as a blessing. Yes, embrace the shit. You have to take that shitty, painful, confusion situation and find the lesson in it that you need to learn that is there for your, I'll say, your betterment, your highest good, your personal development, to bring you to, it's like all different ladders of higher, I'll say higher consciousness, okay? Because that's just what came to my mind. When you are in that shitty, I don't know why I keep saying shitty situation, feel your feelings, feel your emotions, because when you're working with your intuition, your emotions are the key answers that give you, there's the window again. If you throw it all out the window, logic and reason, just out the window, okay? You have to feel your emotions, see how you feel, and then evaluate why you're feeling that way. What parts of your needs, wants, desires, or expectations are not being met right now, and why? And then find the blessing, okay? Now, remember earlier I was talking about with your intuition, when you're psychic, okay? You're good at looking forward into the future, okay? Now, knowing that there's something going on right now, it might not feel right, you might not like it, there's some confusion or whatever going on there. And you have to look at the future aspect of it as, you know what, this is for my highest good. If I learn what it is I'm supposed to learn. So, say you're in some kind of situation where you have to have a difficult conversation with somebody, okay? Or you have to make, I don't know, some kind of a decision, okay? And by the way, I have a free course on how to make a decision using your intuition. I'll include that in here somewhere. If you are facing something that is causing some kind of resistance to you, there's a lesson in there, okay? There's a blessing in there for you. It's meant for your highest good. When you are faced with something and you change your thought process on it to find the lesson in the blessing in it, it completely changes the whole outcome. The whole outcome of things going on in the future, how you view future situations and outcomes, how you choose to handle them, deal with them, okay? So, my personal life, yeah, I experienced shit, okay? And when I look at the shit, I embrace it, and then I'm like, you know what? This really isn't the shit. So you have to do like the, what is that called? Like the drill down method. Like, all right, what is going on here? There was a horrible motorcycle accident, okay? There's a lot of pain going on. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of, oh shit, what are going to be the repercussions? What is wrong with my speech today? What's going to be the trickle effect of all the issues that are going to come along with a bad accident, okay? With insurance companies and other people and, you know, the police and whatever else. And it's kind of like, oh, fuck, all this other stuff is going to pile onto it, okay? And again, think to yourself, okay, I'm going to stay in my flow and know that there's a higher reason, something, a blessing in this, okay? Now, as long as you're finding and understanding and flowing with the blessing and the lesson, what you can get out of it, it's going to have a completely different effect on your future and how what you would draw to you with the law of attraction. So, what was the blessing here, okay? Even though it was a horrific situation and most people, I don't even know if I'd say most people, depending on who you are and what your personality is, how you view shitty situations. I knew something positive is going to come out of this, okay? That was my mindset. This is going to be a big, positive learning experience to better the future. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to change your brain to view things that way. You really do. So, okay, this shitty situation happened, and this is what's going on. What is it trying to teach me? What is it trying to show me? Do you need to learn how to stand up and communicate and exert yourself? Do you need to find your internal power, and just light that torch inside of you to stand up and do whatever it is that you need to do? Do you have some kind of message or purpose that will trickle affect other people to benefit and help other people? Those are just some of the basic ways. But if you have somebody who's going through all these shitty situations, whether like they're homeless or they're addicted to drugs or, I don't know, they're out of a job or they just lost their family, look at it like, what can I learn? I'm just going to keep repeating this because there is ways. Look at the pattern here, see what the pain is, and then kind of like you want to look at the opposite effect of it as to, what can I learn out of this situation? And you have to, this is going to be a hard one, appreciate what is going on. Embrace it, thank it, appreciate it, and then just kind of wait and ride it out. Once you embrace all aspects of your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful, you have to kind of just hug it all. Like, I'm just going to scoop all of it. This is my life, and this is what's going on in my life. And everything is happening for a reason. Like I said, you could look back and be like, oh yeah, that happened, and look where it got me now. If you're positive, okay, because I don't talk in that negative language. Yeah, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and look at the blessing I got out of it, The end result, when you scoop up all of your life, you see my sunburn here? Yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Yesterday was the first really nice day here in Philadelphia, and I decided to work outside, and that's what happened. Oh, yeah, it hurts. Anyway, I just noticed that as I put my arm up. When you really embrace everything, and I'm not saying embrace the shit and allow people to walk on you and give you shit and take advantage of you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you embrace all of life and actually say thank you, have gratitude for the things that are going on in your life, and know and understand it's happening for a reason. Find the lesson, find the blessing, and thank it. Because when you have these shitty situations going on in your life, they are key elements to raise you higher to another, I'll say, level of consciousness in your, even if you're going through or not going through a spiritual development process. You have to find the lesson and the blessing in every single situation, and keep asking why and evaluate how you feel until you drill it down. When you drill down to the very bottom, even start writing. Get out a pen and paper and write down what your feelings are and why and just keep going. And then eventually the end result is going to come out, and then you ask, what is it that I'm supposed to learn here? How can I take this challenge and see how I can take this challenge and better me and better my life? And the trickle effect would be bettering and showing those around you, especially your kids. Yeah, jeez. I tell you what, man, the kids in this generation, wow. I wonder, I guess, our parents probably thought the same thing looking at us. Anyway, getting off topic there. Shit's coming at you. What is it I'm supposed to do? Find the lesson and the blessing in it, and turn it around and put it back out there. I'm just trying to think of like so many different examples. It doesn't matter what the situation. Okay, another one that just came to me. A woman I used to talk to, her ex was molesting the kids. Okay, and she could not possibly understand how is that a blessing. Now it wasn't a blessing or a lesson for her. Now I do understand here the situation, what the child went through and what happened. But I told her, you know what? I said, if your daughter experienced this extreme shit, painful, horrible situation, what is the lesson and the blessing in that? She, depending on how she chooses to look at it, view it, and go about her life, she can allow it to completely pull her down and destroy her life and have this future where she's just all fucked up in life. But if she finds her power, the lesson and the blessing in that shit, painful situation, and is grateful and thankful for it, it's going to evolve her. Now, let me give you an example here. That girl, okay, who went through that and experienced that, she can use that as a self-empowerment thing, okay, for her to really discover who she is and what her power is. She can even use that situation to help heal, okay? So many other girls who have gone through the same situation, okay? Now she can be that leader, that role model, that one on top who overcame and conquered it and is now helping I told her, I said, your daughter could be like, my words here are getting messed up. Okay, it's the drug addicts too. The people who have experienced and felt and gone through shit, when they come out of it, they are the most phenomenal healers and teachers, okay? It's the same concept there, but on a more drastic scale. So if you were homeless and you've had addiction issues and have been raped, or look at like your certain leaders in the world who are like really out there in the world. You see these girls are like in other countries, that's just what comes to mind because that's what's popping up in the newsfeed, who have been like stoned and beaten and raped and shit on and taken advantage of. And you know what? All right, down here, but you know what? Don't let that be, you are not that situation, and that does not make you who you are. It's when you go inside, the lesson, the blessing, and just overcoming it, putting a positive spin on it. Thank the world for that struggle, obstacle, and shit, okay? And when you do that, you will see how you rise above it to where, you know what, you are no longer attached to this shit, okay? You are not one with it. It does not make you who you are. The lesson and the blessing and the gratitude for it, thank it and let it go. You are now up here, higher above it. This no longer controls and rules your life, okay? That's pretty much how it works. So that's what I got for you. I'll include a link down here to how to make a decision using your intuition, because that's pretty much the same. It's the same concept, but it'll really help you out. I have to throw in there, what you personally are experiencing and feeling is unique to your personal soul growth, okay? Growth, yeah, I said that right. If you have the loss of a child, that's painful, it hurts. Whatever the situation is that's going on, learn from it, because that's life's way of throwing things at you to like test your strength and your power. And like I said, it's not like ignoring it and coming out of it. You really have to embrace it. Find a way to tell yourself what the lesson is for you, how this shit situation is going to better you and empower you and make you a better person, and see how you detach from it and rise above it and come out here. Okay? That's what I got.